So I'm pretty sure a lot of people know by now that an iPhone, sometimes, a lot of the changes tend to be, most of the time in the software department. And exterior wise, we don't really see crazy changes, every single year after year. But a phone like an iPhone 10 really showcased, and even at that time, I was thinking of myself back in 2017 when that phone came out, like how much better can Apple do? How much can they do that can be improved from this phone, both the inside and out? Now, they definitely have changed a lot of the internals for the better. I think, from the A11 chip to the A14 chip, there were a lot of improvements there, which I really do appreciate. But when you look at the exterior, specifically the screen, the display, everything on the front, from 2017 to 2020, probably even to 2021, we haven't really seen too many crazy changes in the display. And I'll be honest, in some ways, the front panel of the iPhone 10 may actually look better than the front panel of the iPhone 12, which is pretty impressive. And for a lot of different reasons, I think that the iPhone 10 is pretty much a timeless phone and timeless design, timeless features, timeless everything. And I would definitely tell you, if you have a phone that is older than an iPhone 10 and you're planning on switching up to an iPhone or iPhone whatever, then definitely I think an iPhone 10 is still a strong contender. And when it comes down to these gesture-based iPhones, the number one reason why the iPhone 10 still holds up is the way it looks. It still looks and, feels like a $1,000 phone. And when you look at, a 2017 Samsung phone, such as the Galaxy S8, and you compare it to the 2020 Galaxy S20, you can visually see a ton of differences. You can definitely tell that the Galaxy S8 looks far different than the Galaxy S20. And even now, there's still a ton of changes. But visually, when you look at the iPhone 10 to the iPhone 12 or 12 Pro or 12 Pro Max, you only see a size difference. There's really not really anything crazy in terms of the front when you look at them. And that's why the iPhone 10 still looks so good. And I think pretty much the same thing could be said even from the iPhone 6 to the iPhone 8. A lot of differences. There were a lot of similarities between them in terms of design and everything, but internally, that's where a lot of changes go. And of course, the iPhone 12 is the faster phone, the 12 Pro and all these phones are faster, but I'm still actually shocked about how fast the iPhone 10 still is even compared to the iPhone 12 series. It doesn't feel like it's super slow, and Apple actually knew ahead of time that this phone was going to do so well. Every single year after year, they just stopped producing their previous main generation phones, but they still kept doing the 10 or 11, mostly because those are the cheaper phones. If they kept selling the iPhone 10, just like how they kept selling the iPhone 8 Plus, they knew that would cannibalize a lot of sales because the iPhone 10 was that good of a phone. And with the iPhone 10, that gesture-based design really changes up a lot of what you were expecting and what you could get from an iPhone at that time. Right now, when you look at an iPhone 8 Plus and you look at an iPhone 10, even though I love the 8 Plus, the iPhone 10 has way more advantages when it comes down to the feature ability and just the capability behind it because of the way it feels and the way it performs, because of that gesture-based design as well. The iPhone 8 Plus, because of that home button, you have to click it over and over again. It does feel a little bit archaic. So that's why the iPhone 10 also holds up extremely well, is because it has pretty much the same features when it comes down to it as the 12 Pro in a functionality standpoint. Now, obviously the 12 Pro has more features and the LiDAR sensor, more camera sensors, all that stuff, but the iPhone 10 still has a pretty good camera setup too, and everything I really did ever with it. I just stopped using this phone like sometime last year, and ever since then, I had a really good time with it. It didn't really feel like a super outdated phone. It didn't feel ugly. It didn't feel anything like that, which is why I really appreciate specific phones like these and the devices that come out like this. They are such good phones at the end of the day. And battery life is probably my only complaint. But because Apple, still does battery, changes, but also they also do, battery cases as well for this device, that you can easily pick this thing up for less than $50 nowadays, the battery case, and have a very, very long battery life on your device and be set for an extremely long amount of time. So, and definitely when it comes down to it, those are just a couple of reasons as to why I think the iPhone 10 is still a timeless phone in 2020. Even going into 2021, it's still a killer device for a lot of people out there. So that really pretty much covers it up. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.